Hey there, and welcome back to Trainwreck, an educational monster train series where you watch me struggle at 200 Pact Shards. Yeah, not much to really report today. It's a cool and balmy 4 a.m., so I could be doing better, but I could be doing worse. I haven't had the opportunity to swap into backlog mode yet. That's probably going to come on Monday, honestly, is the general gist of it. Just because I have things I do on weekends, right? And as a result, it's really difficult for me to just intersperse extra recording time in there. So it is what it is. My hope is that I'm just going to essentially replace like a day or two of my work week next week where I'm taking it off to just record, and that'll get me. I'm going to be ambitious and say 10 episodes because any more than 5 episodes recorded a day is insane. That's like a full time job when you think about it. That's like an hour and a half average. I mean, okay, that's like 7.5 hours, and it's kind of close to a full time job, but I don't know. It's tricky, right? It's one thing because I enjoy this game. Getting a run in a day is fun, but I also want to avoid having to just, oh my gosh, record and upload every night because that is a nightmare. So I have to basically turn it into a thing I just do every so often to catch up. But I don't know. Anyway, here we are. We're playing Wurmkin today, Exile as it were. We have Echo. I almost called him Echo Knight. It'd be a cool name, but he's actually an Echo Right instead, Mr. Beetle Buddy. We're currently on an 11 win streak, which is neat. We had an Eternal Flame, Waxer Snuffer, Morsel Made Insanity run. The run had it all, and the hardest part was just honestly reaching 200 Pact Shards. The rest of it played itself, so I doubt we'll have nearly as impressive a high roll on this setup. I've noticed so far that Wurmkin is a good secondary clan to have for 200 shards, but it's actually a little tricky to navigate it as a primary clan because your champions are strong at low shards and fall off a bit at high shards, which is kind of odd, but fair. Obviously, there are high rolls, but whatever. But yeah, anyway, it's all I got for you. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go send it and see how we do. Yeah. All right. This looks terrible. Dregs. At least it's not Chief. Drafts are good. I would take drafts. If this were, what is it, the other one, Exile Melting with drafts, we would be cruising, but it's not. Also, Patient is concerning. Well, anyway, I hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing all right. I've just been really tired. I'm not sleeping well. I need to work on that on my time off too. I do a bad job at taking care of myself, it turns out, which is something that I should really work on. So, self improvement. You couldn't see me, but I was waving my hands there like it was going to do something. Anyway, let's play some Monster Train. We are fighting. What are you? Pushback Talos, Curse Arcus, and Patient Seraph. This is pretty gross. It's pretty gross. We have a good start. We have, of course, Echo Breaks and Hosting Kin Draft Broken Memories. Really good for etch looping. Really good in a lot of ways, actually. There's a steel shop with my Wurmkin banner. If they give me a, what's the word? First of kin, I would absolutely take that there. I could also reasonably get through a Marsh Lord egg run here, potentially. Yeah, we do have a forced Wurmkin banner. Remember, Dusk, today is a 200 Pact Shard day, not a 100. So let's look at our nodes here. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 5 temples. Whew, alright, we're good. As long as I remember to take a bunch of stuff, it will be fine. Cool. Shop-wise, steel shop on 2, on 4, on 5. 7, that one's terrible. And then 8, which is also terrible. So, okay, we have 2 removal dupes back to back on 4 and 5. If I can put those to good use, that would be pretty cool. This is a very polarizing node generation, right? You have some that are just abysmal, some nodes that are just terrible. And there's another removal dupe on 8 with the magic shop, actually. Wow. And then yeah, some of these things are just horrible. So if I need a steel shop on some of these bad rings, it's just going to be bad. But then you have just 3 removal dupes, which is incredible. Literally every Hellvent on this run has an exceptional lineup, which never happens. So tell you what, if I can do something cool with these Hellvents, I mean, we're guaranteed to win. Only if we can do something cool with it. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Encased Ember or Fade's First Blade. Both of these are awful. I'm going to take Encased Ember because there is a universe where this high rolls me into my Ember solution. And Fade's First Blade is not doing anything for me here. Repeater or Shellsmith. I think it's gotta be Shellsmith. We're seeing the Forced Wurmkin banner. So have 3 consumes. Technically 4 because Broken Memories gives me 1 back. Alright, sure. Shellsmith today. We take money. It's a good one to grab. Makes my ring 2 stronger. I'll snag the unit draft. We're safe here because I'm only at 10 shards, not at 15. Right? I mean, you get the hosting kin here, which is pretty cool. We're going to play bottom. I know it's weird, but we have a really good setup for it, and I want to get the armor here. Which is pretty cool. I can charge here. Yeah, you Dragon Front. We Broken Memories this. I take money upstairs. And I shoot one of these dudes. It'll do. With any luck, I actually get through this, and it's fine. I should probably respect, though. Well, we get an attack in at least. Now, I say I could have played a dragon shot myself, but I was a little concerned about this. I hope I hit the other hosting kin in time. Because it's going to be gross if I don't. Just high roll. I'm not killing here, so let's save the 2 HP here. I'll take 5 and it'll be fine. I potentially could have done better there. Potentially. Yeah. Potentially. Ooh, that's gross. Well. Take another 6. Top floor was definitely safer there, I think. I don't know why I did that. Total Recall, no. I don't want this card. 3 random spell cards and give them consume. Take the Echo Infusion, it's fine. I'm going to snag that Entombed Explosive. I do have the Encased Ember. That's okay. Baron. Keeper of Echoes is something. Paraffin Enforcer plus Draft exists on this run, but we don't have the setup for it, right? And Baron is slow. I'm going to take the Keeper here. It's fine. I'm going to see another Wurmkin banner anyway. We see Endless. Alright, Endless on that tomb is good immediately. Carver? Carver and go purple. It's better than Keeper of Echoes here, but I also could go the other way and just put Shard Soul Carver into that. I'm gonna snag him. I think that's right. I'm gonna endless the tomb here. I think this is going to be just correct. Right? And we look at the horde. Waxer Snuffer, sign me up. Immediately we have a winning line on this entombed explosive now, right? Immediately. Save our cash, we are chilling. Alright, cool. Don't even need this other nonsense. Let's go for the cash. Wrong click. I think I'm gonna go for the cash. I don't see this killing me. I have the tomb that one-shots the boss. I think it's actually two-shot, but you know, it's fine. It might be like 220 HP or something. It's fine. We're gonna murder him. And this is not conduits, which is good. I'm gonna go to the Pyramanes. I think we're fine to take this. I'll take this trade. It's okay. There are a lot of draws that get me through this without much issue. Yeah, it's Echo right. Yeah, you do Echo right. We put Carver in and we just ping twice. We're okay with this. Let's see. We're going to drag Giraffe. Ping for cash because I'm greedy. Take 2 damage. It's okay. Now, that upgraded dude is a concern. We kill 1 at least, but what a terrible draw. Dang. Really nothing to do here. Take 3. I could pop the back dude. I think I need to. Genuinely. And then I will put down a train steward here, and I'll play one of these out. We take another 6 because this combat hates me. Tough, but we at least see the dreg here, which is something. Could shoot one of these. Not ideal, but acceptable. We take it. Sure. It's not pretty, but we got through it. I took a lot of damage there because this slowed me down so much, and I had no access to the back lines down there. So, that kind of sucked, but it's okay. I am going to click Bounding Echoes here. I think it's correct. Yeah, sure thing. Make it purple. Another Entombed Explosive is extremely good. I just need to not die. So we go to the right. I get the Pyre Health. Good. Remove Consume is not what I want. -1s are fine. 20 Consume. I'm going to check the Temple here. Tendon Piercing is meh. I am going to self-infuse here, by the way. This is honestly just stronger than anything with the Keeper or whatever. Cool. That seems good. Now, if they give me an X5 on that, this is going to look real silly. Real silly, real fast. Do I re-roll this? What would I re-roll this for? 20 consumes are good, right? We take these on this setup because etch. I guess I will buy the -1, it's good. And then I'll chill. Let's go to the cavern and see what we get. I mean, Trap Shoot and Pulley Claw are both pretty good. I'm going to Trap Shoot here, for sure. There's no universe, I skip that. I could remove the Consume on it and make that a boss plan, but that's a really good patient answer, isn't it? Yeah, okay, actually. You got me. I'll do it. I'm going to save my cash here. We're going to go to the removal dupes coming up. Oh, actually, what you do is you spin it. We put a -1 in the trap shoot, and then I just dupe that at the removal dupes, right? Oh no, I'm duping this stupid entombed explosive. I still think I put a -1 in it, right? You could hold this over, but maybe I will. Maybe I will, actually. Maybe I'll keep that open for a holdover, potentially. I'm going to do the -1 +10 here into an Echo Break. Just turn this into a quote-unquote good card. Because I have nothing I'm doing this next floor. I have a ton of stuff, and I'm duping infused things, so we're going to be okay. We move on. Yeah, I mean, we're just playing... We're playing Unga, Waxer, Snuffer, Entombed Explosive Self-Infused with the encased number that I drew on turn 1, which is, you know, pretty good, I suppose. This is pushback, right? So let's put Echo Raid in front. Yeah. Behold, my power. We do Entombed Explosive. It's very funny. And then I just play a purple. And I wish to purple up. Sure. It's fine. That one dude just blows up a whole wave, which is amazing news. I'm going to Bounding Echoes upstairs, which is good. I'm going to blow up downstairs. I'm going to also play this Draft. I'm going to Echo Break upstairs. That matters. We'll Train Steward, get rid of that. Gets bonked back. Cool. I'm going to play the Entombed Explosive middle to just do 1,000,000 damage here. And... Sure. Sure. We're going to win off the back of this tomb no matter what, so I'm not really concerned. Is kind of the gist of it, but... Yeah, fair. Take the broken memories here. We're going to grab the Bounding Echoes. I play the Draft. Lay out all the stuff. I think it's fine. Yeah. No worries. Yeah, I mean, I think we win on... We come close to winning on bottom floor, which is great. A lot of purple upstairs. Love to see it. I will play one Dreg in middle, so I have space for the explosive, which is honestly the most important part of my run right now. Keeper of Echoes actually did something. Anyway, here we go, winning. Cool. Thanks, bud. Really appreciate that. Formless Child. You could Formless Child, Waxer Snuffer. You could. We're not going to. Intent on Death is busted. I could just play it for a consume, but I could also play it for 200 damage. So that's good. I don't need any of these units, in fact, right? Correct. I'm going to take space eventually, but not right now. I want to be able to ultimately do something like... What is it? I'm thinking Shardsoul Carver goes into Keeper for some AoE scaling. And then I'm going to take space and be able to put one of these many tombs in front. But for now, we just take draw. I have Ember solved, so no worries. I go to the right. Our run is dumb. We just cut Train Stewards because they're annoying. I'm going to dupe the stupid tomb because it's broken. We're going to Shellsmith 2 here. I would like to see a repeater, but, you know, you never know. Oh, behold, my Entombed Explosive seems good. We're gonna crunch on... What is it? We're gonna absolutely blow up on Shards. I'm going to every single removal dupe here. We're getting 30 from that, which goes up to 95. And then I just take a bunch of things. Right? Yeah, we're gonna be okay. I don't want to remove cards. I'll take the plus 30, sure. We'll put it into an Echo Break and turn this thing into an absolute bomb. It's cool. We're really powerful right now. So powerful that I actually think I'm just going to go to 100 shards right now. Yeah. It's fine. We'll make Big Keeper. Cool. Yeah, we're good. 105 shards on Ring 4 is extremely disrespectful. We're not going to take the trial because we're seeing curses, and I am concerned that the curses will cause problems. Or you can just high roll and see an Entombed Explosive on turn 1. there's also that. That is indeed an option. Cool. In fact, we are actually just cracked at the video game. And unbelievable. I'm going to blast once upstairs. It's a good etch. I guess I'll do a purple downstairs. Sure. It's like an actual even trade here, the self-ping with this hosting kin. Wild. Sure. Cool. Behold. I play gigantic purple things and we win. Sweet. We are really strong right now. I actually take damage if I do the Echo Break. That's funny. I'm just going to shoot this thing in middle. It's fine. Cool. I honestly feel pretty good about this run, right? I'm going to play the Intent on Death upstairs just for the purple. Seems okay. I am going to self-ping in the back for that. We're just going to play a bunch downstairs. Like, I'm just going to blow up everything off the back of these tombs that I have now drawn. Which is amazing. And then you also have a Relentless floor if you actually care. Take the Intent on Death because that seems reasonable. Cool. So, behold my real ultimate power. And then we do Echo Break, Echo Break. And then just gets rid of the curses so I don't have to think about them. And behold, we win. In fact, I actually just shoot this man to death with an Echo Break anyway. Cool. If I can do that on every combat, we'll be good. Forgotten trait, unnecessary. Power of Knowledge is pretty decent for a ping, but I think we're going to be okay on pings because they just kill the whole wave. Ambient Charge is hilarious. Mortal Entrapment, Memories of the Melted, no. Wicked Blaze. Reform is fine, I guess. Mortal Entrapment, it's probably good. Snag that. Daze Bosses. Sure, why not? I'll take it. That's enough. Now we have enough days. So we win. We go to the right because removal dupe is the strongest thing this run could offer me. We just take everything. We cut the last train stewards. And we dupe the stupid tomb. Yeah, you just dupe that idiot again. And let's go. 130, sure. We are absolutely blitzing. None of this stuff matters, as every single one of those I get increases the likelihood that I draw into it fast, which is huge. Oh, what's the right choice here? I think it's Dreg. Echo right. I think I shoot this thing. Yeah. I then put the Keeper in, and I put some HP down with that purple. Cool. Like, we're gonna be okay. Like, we'll see something soon enough, right? Cool. We'll take a purple, I can't get through these, so what I should do is take the etch. I'll work on middle dude. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's actually kind of tricky, right? 3 of them, they're all bottomed. That's not good. That is extremely not good, in fact. We're gonna eat dirt. Right? Yeah, I think we actually just super eat dirt on this combat with this draw order. I have an indescribable number of these, 3 of them in my deck, and I'm bottoming them out, which is very bad. I'm gonna push one of these crappy dudes to the back. Maybe it'll open something up. Yeah, it's not pretty. The real question is, do you lose? No, I don't think so, but dang, that hurts. We stabilize if I don't die right now. Think. Let's see. How much am I actually taking here? I may have disrespected a little too hard, right? This may even be a case where I should not play the Keeper of Echoes and just put Echo Right down and chill, or maybe don't even play Echo Right. Oh, this is Trainwreck. I'll reset if this kills me. We're taking 12, and then so we're taking 12 out of the gate thanks to the two guys here because they get bumped up to 6. That puts me at 68. Then, let's see, I'm taking 6 from Big Man, which puts him at 75. Then, no, I'm taking 12 from Big Man. Oh, God. Right, so we're at 80 minus 12. I take another 12. It's 56. Yeah, he's at 75. I take 16. And he goes to 45. I take 16. He goes to 15. I take... Oh, man, I messed it up. Oh, this is such a weird combat to math through. I busted out a calculator, by the way. All right, we're at 80. I'm walking up. I'm taking 12 from Sycophants. Cool. I'm at 68. I take 12 from the Big Man. Okay. I go to 56. He goes to 75. I take 12. I take 16 from the Big Man. I go to 40. He goes to 45. I take 16 from the Big Man. I go to 24. He goes to 15. I take 16 from the Big Man. I go to 8. He dies. So I'm not losing here, which means I will accept my fate. I'm going to play the explosive. I'm actually just going to blow one up here, right? Cool. That's... Oh, yeah, I slowed it down. Right. I was going to think to myself, I was like, why are you so slow? But sadly, none of these have taken damage, or I would be able to daze them. God, I can extinguish the enemy? Oh, and just kill myself. That seems big brain, right? Tremendous value. Cool. Well, this is life. We're going to go slow here because I might have done the math wrong, and I will reset here if I lose. Right? Math is correct. Sure. Kill my dudes faster, please. Man, how does anyone play at game speed normal? Does this actually ever get used? Right, math. I really did this wrong, didn't I? We're totally fine. I have even more life than I thought I would. This is why you go slow, right? It's fine. We're gonna stabilize here. Right? It's true. Cool. Seems good. Like, when you have this, you're okay. But when you don't have that, you're not okay. So much damage, I love it. Right? And we win. Funny. The sycophant killed him. Good. We take 1,000,000 damage. I'm okay. I take the broken memories, probably. I need to etch, but also I need to just not lose. So I'll take the broken memories, but not many other things. Like, none of these cards. No. We need to go to the left. I value everything there a lot. Fire health, for instance. Mind Horde Memorial Fund is the take for sure. holdover is trap shoot? Probably. It's pretty good. I'm gonna take a -1 into mortal entrapment. Well, I might. We'll see if there's a -2. There is, so I'll -2 the mortal entrapment actually. Intrinsic. Now, there's a thought. You could just intrinsic the trap shoot, but I don't think that's correct. Infusion, maybe, on anything? I'm already at 145, and 2 rings. I'm getting another dupe for 15, so I'm going to 160. We're going to be fine. I don't need to go too much harder. I think the holdover is trap shoot, since I can drop enemies down. I will take the -1 into mortal entrapment. Although, actually, I want to save that for maybe double stack. Changed my mind. Make an Echo Break free. We'll make another one do +10 here. That's okay with me. Sure. I'm going to re-roll this. Permafrost. It's good on the Bounding Echoes. We'll take it. Emberstone. I'll just make this Echo Break free. Sure, why not? I'm going to remove cards now. I need to hit much faster. We're cutting the drafts because they cost 1 and they have no purple. I'm also going to cut a dreg here, almost certainly. Yeah, I just need to not lose. So we're just going to remove cards, and it's fine. Cool. Great. I was really concerned about that last combat. That wave, we got slapped. I could have saved a lot there if I had just not played. Right, the answer is just don't play your stupid, what's it called? Keeper, right? He doesn't matter. Why did I do that? I could have saved 72 HP by doing that, but it's fine, I suppose. It's fine. I could put the Keeper in front. I think so. I'm going to daze the boss. There's no reason not to. Yeah, cool. Dreg technically exists on this run, I guess. No, you could kill your own man. No. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to send it on the boss here. He comes upstairs, right? Yeah, that's good. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Broken memories into intent on death. I just shoot the man now. We're okay? We're okay. We just use him as a means of scaling a little bit. Our attack is terrible, but I am relying exclusively on our tomb friends, basically, to win. Which is, you know what? Entirely fair, I think. Cool. Seems fine. Bring back intent on death again. It's just good business. Cool, I take a curse. Oh no. We're fine. Because I can now do the Bounding Echoes here. I trap shoot the boss down. I play double of these. I put the intent on death in. Right? And then I shoot my own lad. No, it doesn't matter, actually. We purple Hostingkin ourselves upstairs. I think that's actually correct, which is just funny, but also okay. Yeah, you just play everything. These purples are the only thing that matters. Just daze a whole bunch. Sure. Pretty good. Get some damage in. Yeah, alright, cool. Bring our lad down one more time. Oh no, I dazed my whole floor. It's just okay. That was a fun turn. I like it when I do that. Kill my own unit and then have that situation pop up. I can just daze him a whole bunch, and it's really funny to do. Right? It's extremely funny. Like, but they just stalemate until... It's really good. I think we reasonably get through this off the back of everything here, right? Yeah, I mean, again, they stalemate, but it's fine. And now I can get through... Barely get through 300 life, which is just hilarious to me. I'm gonna need to improve those dudes because right now they're terrible. I'm spending too many infusions on lower floors. I am just gonna take another Intent on Death. It's also purple. I'm going to take this Light of Seraph so that I can play one upstairs. I think this matters a lot. Yep. And I'm going to the only steel shop I think I'm reasonably going to see on this run. Give me a multi-strike, maybe? Endless? That's funny. Could take a plus 25. I'm not seeing another steel shop, so you may as well take the best thing, which is a plus 25. True. I'm gonna re-roll it. Quick. Man, that's rough. I almost don't even want to buy it. Also... Wow. Shellsmith 3, no repeater, huh? Repeater would have been really, really good here. I guess we take Shellsmith 3. I don't want Marshllord here. I need to take some shards. 10 in piercing is fine. I guess I'll put that into an Echo Break. That's good. Sure. I should take a Hosting Kin upgrade here. Yeah, correct. I could infuse to really go ham, but I do not wish to. Man, that's rough. I guess I should buy an upgrade, but this is terrible because I'm going to the removal dupe. So I think you actually just take the Echo Stone. It's going to be more than the stupid Strength Stone here. That's rough. That's rough, friends. I'm not looking very hard for the other solutions to this run, is the main situation. Also, don't take Heaven's Seal. You just kind of die if I have a bad draw order. Right, like this is a bad draw order. I can stop some of these curses at least, which I do think matters quite a bit. So you do Hosting Kin in the back, and then you Mortal Entrapment that dude. And I just Broken Memories for a purple, and we take it. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna still kill the back dudes. I think that's just correct. You play the Dreg. You shoot the Dreg. We take the Echo Infusion here. I hope I draw something that isn't terrible. Yeah, like this, right? Our damage is extremely bad. Right? Just really bloody bad. And we should be concerned about it. You know, we should actually be thinking about it as a problem. Because it's a problem. Do not play Intent on Death here. I guess it still works, but our dude doesn't die. I'm gonna skip it. I should have done all that before playing the lad. This is definitely our Bounding Echo's turn. We do Entombed Explosive. I shoot the Entombed Explosive, and then I play the next one. Okay, start killing on mid-floor here, work that down. I think what you actually do is you drop the... Yeah, you drop the front dude, and that actually just makes it work. And we're fine. I finally take some curses, which feels a bit bad. Entombed Explosive, Echo Break him. Cool, we play another one upstairs, which is good. I start working on middle. I'm going to drop one of these dudes. That's fine. Turns out this drop card is really important to our run. Who knew? Then I drop Mr. Cursefellow here. Yeah, good. Cool, cool, cool. That's good. You play Broken Memories first. We're going to take the other Broken Memories. I put down the Entombed Friend. I drop the Man in Back. I just play Entombed Explosive here. Yes. Not my ideal setup, but I do think we're going to chew through this man. Let's see. We send it on mid-floor, hit this dude a bunch. There's no reason to daze him here. Although I think it is super correct to charge upstairs and then just daze up here. It doesn't cause any terrible problems, I don't think. Right? That did cause terrible problems. I really bungled that, didn't I? I didn't think about... Oh my god, why do I record video games at 5 a.m.? I don't want... Oh, this was such a throw. I had that. And I bungled it real hard. Don't look at me. Huh. It's fine. Dumb. Very dumb. That was... I don't even want to talk about it. We do the same nonsense that we did before. It's fine. Sure, sure. Yeah. You do the same thing. Ugh. The annoying thing is that it's still tricky enough. Yeah, it's still like actually annoyingly difficult to solve all this run stuff here, which is really dumb when you just think about it. Cool. Like even when I know the line to get that end turn and not throw horribly, it's shoot it once, of course. You play the other one, of course. We still drop the same way as before. No change. I'm mad at myself about that. Of course, you drop the Man in the Back. He takes 2 turns. I need to record soon. I need to record earlier in the day. That's just a true statement, I believe. It's just a true statement. Yeah. It's just true. I just need to do better. Cool, top floor's clear. Mid floor's fine. I just daze dude in front. It's okay. Yeah, don't do stupid stuff again. Like, look how much better off we are now that I did this, right? You drop this man to the back. We just play triple bombs, and then this run looks very normal. And I don't have to do stupid nonsense, right? Like, this just wins. Whereas before, I absolutely threw, right? Yeah, I just super threw. Ah, man, I do not want to talk about it. I'll take the purple upstairs. It's fine. Like, now you can put them in the back. They don't do anything, right? Like, they actually don't do anything. This is like a supreme dumb thing for me to do. Right? Hey, look. We won. It was still close. This boss could have messed me up, but we got through it. Like, oh, it was like doing like 80 damage. That was dumb. I'm mad at myself. I don't want to talk about it. I'm skipping these cards. Ugh. Probably take resin removal. Should I? Yeah, it's resin removal. It's patient. We should do it. Ugh. That's annoying. That's very annoying. We're going to remove cards. They're just going to be dregs, most likely. I do need to get 200 shards here. Spell chain? I could spell chain an intent on death, which is kind of busted, right? Yeah, I double stack the entrapment here, which is very good. I'm going to -1 an intent on death, the purple one. And I go over here and I spell chain that sucker. It's pretty darn good. I go into the trinket shop, we look, nothing I want, I spin it. Am I gonna Mark of a Champion Echo Rape for 30? No. I'm gonna remove cards almost certainly. So honestly, at this point you just cut dregs. I want my first draws to be stronger. Yep, true enough. And we just dupe the stupid Entombed Explosive one last time. 200 shards, go team. Intrinsic, I'll intrinsic the Bounding Echoes, right? It's actually good now that I have the permafrost on it. Sure, 210 out of 100. It's fine. I'm going to re-roll because I may as well. Another permafrost. Do it on the resin removal. Take a -1. Actually, I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll take the -1. I can't afford anything else. You may as well. Make resin removal free, I guess. No reason not to. I'll +10 one of the hosting kins. Sure. Fine. Spread the love. We'll move on here. Ugh. 105. 210 out of 100. Let's go. I bungled that so hard. That ring 7 is the stupidest thing I've done. This is what happens when you set a rule that being real about this. This is what happens when you set a rule that allows you to reset a combat. I disrespect the game. I care less, and it looks clumsy, right? I think I have to not play this stupid Shard Soul Carver here. I actually think I have to Mortal Trapment or I just lose my top floor, which is really sad, but also I'm reasonably confident very true. So that's weird, but also just the correct play. Okay, here we go. Cool, Entombed Explosive is neat. Right? And then I just send it into the boss, I think. Pretty good, right? True. True. I'm going to Bounding Echoes here. Man, that's rough. Don't Bounding Echoes on that floor. I have to resin removal here. And then I can kill my tomb. Right, order mattered, and then I can trap shoot the boss. Yeah, cool. We did it. Good job. We figured it out. Go team. Yeah, we need to play Broken Memories first. I'm just gonna push him off the floor first, actually. That's correct. Now I'm going to Broken Memories. We're going to pull back the Bounding Echoes for one final ride. I play 1 tomb, he dies, great job. I play 1 tomb, he dies, great job. Cool. We're gonna be okay here. It's fine. Put in the dreg, it doesn't matter. I'm going to just drop this man again, I think is fine, right? Top floor's okay. Sure, so we blast middle, I think. Yeah, I mean, fine. Okay. It's alright. Yeah, we're gonna clean mid-floor. He's going top. That's okay. We'll eventually redraw our other friend. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot one. Yes. I'm gonna shoot the other. I'm going to daze the boss. Cool. I can reasonably start dazing something else now. That's a good turn, huh? Cool. Entombed explosive. Entombed explosive. Entombed explosive. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Pew pew indeed. Cool. Entombed explosive. Entombed explosive. You play one mid-floor. Entombed explosive. Seems okay to me. Now, am I gonna win Relentless? It's a great question. The answer is probably not, but okay. One on mid here. Daze boss. Right, I did that intentionally because I am relying heavily on intent on death, bring this back. I'm relying heavily on, let's see, daze for Relentless here. So playing these Entombed Explosives is very bad idea. Yes. Right, so you put one Entombed Explosive down. We click Intent on Death. We do it again. We Mortal Entrapment the boss. We daze him. We shoot him a couple times. And I actually still lose. What? What? Oh, man. Oh, man. I actually still lose that, huh? Interesting. So, I mean, I think I do the same thing as before, right? We keep him dazed. I think that's correct. It really sucks not being able to play this Shard Soul Carver right now, right? I think I have to do what I did here, but that is an unfortunate situation to be in. I'm gonna just shoot the boss here. We're gonna just push it. Right. So here I do a Bounding Echoes first. You play the explosive, and then we just shoot the explosive first. No, same thing as last time, right? I have to do the same stupidity. Yes. 14. You intent on death. Yep. Now I can shoot him, but this lets me intent on death into the boss. And then we shoot him, and then I trap shoot the boss off the floor. Okay. Let's see. Entombed Explosive. It blasts all of them. That's good. I then Entombed Explosive another floor here because it's correct to do so. Yes. I need to daze the boss. I should play this intent on death, right? I mean, I'll play it on bottom. I think that's actually correct. But I think the right answer is the trap shoot. Yeah, and then we broken memories back the bounding echoes. We broken memories back the broken memories here. Sure, sure. Right. Entombed Explosive. Let's see. I think I kick him off the floor here. I do need to work on this daze. I don't do enough damage is a really funny realization of this run. It's just weird, right? It is, it is. This is a strange one because my Echo Right is bad at this point of the run. Is a very unfortunate reality of what we're dealing with. So here's what we can do. I can play Entombed Explosive. I can intent on death him and then kill it with Echo Break. So you do this to pump numbers into the boss here. Right? Like this is super worth it, right? That's extra 200 damage. And then I just shoot it. Which is cool. I play the other one middle and get it killed. I drop him for daze value and we're okay. He should go upstairs now. Good. Let's see. We do the same thing again to the best of my ability. We play one. I play another one now. That kills that. Let's see. I don't think I can get any extra value here, so I'm going to play one middle. Drop the boss. And that 60 is coming in. So I wish to shoot the back dude here. Let's see, if I push him back, we're okay. Oh my god! Oh, I'm so tired. Why am I bad? I take so much damage because I did something stupid there. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna accept this damage. I don't lose from it. At this point, I'm just... I don't even want... This is so bad. Long last with bounding echoes. Man, I'm just having such a bad time with this. It's runs like this where I don't even want to put them on YouTube, right? I just don't even want to put it up. Yeah, I'm just not having a good one, apparently. Yeah, I'm not loving it. I'm upset. Cool, I'm gonna shoot one of these dudes upstairs. So I can finally get the Keeper of Echoes in. I'm gonna play these things middle, put one bottom, I'm gonna daze the boss. Yeah. Fine. Let's see, you put one middle for sure, cleans that up. We do keep dazing this man for sure. I'm gonna shoot upstairs. Play that in, cool. It's not pretty. I don't even think we win. Man, that's so wild. He just chunks the hell out of my floor. I could have maybe just respected him a little better. Ramp this penumbra. I mean, this penumbra. I'm gonna try one last time. Like, ignoring the fact that I'm obviously bungling these floors. It's because it's 5 a.m. I haven't slept well. This episode is so bad. And yet I'm still gonna put it up. What if I think I maybe have to play the Keeper of Echoes, right? Think about how bad we are behind by not playing the Keeper of Echoes. It's really bad. Ugh. So what I should have done... Yeah, I mean, our dude is just dying here, but it's okay. You play the Bounding Echoes. We start with that. We put down this thing, the tomb. I will blast this thing, I believe. Right? I think it's correct. I do it again. Well, I don't think so. I think I do need to daze him. So... yeah, I do. It's fine. This works because we get all of the purple in here, which is good. What if I just build up stacks of everything here, right? Is that silly? A little bit, but it's fine, right? Pull back the big intent on death. Pull back the broken memories. Daze the boss. Sure. Very strange combat right now. We just send it, I suppose, right? What a weird run. I'm gonna broken memories, the intent on death back here. We're gonna echo break. And then I daze him. I mean, I have like 100 HP on this top floor unit, right? Which is ridiculous when you think about it, but sure, bud, sure. Tomb middle is good. I'm going to just send this thing, right? It's pretty good, huh? I'll take the etch, take the trap shoot here. I mean, like, look how much armor I'm picking up on this floor by having this friend here, right? I think this is just objectively correct when you think about it. I think so, actually. I could kill him. I think so. I come close. If you trap shoot this thing first... I still can't do it, oh no. It's fine. It's funny, I take 10 there. What a weird setup because I've let them walk like that. Huh. I'm actually at a point where I don't clear floors very well, which is strange, but also kind of cool. I don't know, weird. I don't know, this is not a good run, which is strange. Right? Like, this is not good. I think you don't want to shoot yourself for 35 damage here in exchange for whatever your justification is. Yeah, I don't think so. We'll just play it middle, it's fine. Okay, I don't play these tombs now. I just daze the boss. I do play the Echo Break here. I think that is correct. Well, I mean, okay, we take it. Don't mess it. Don't mess it up. Right? There's no reason to click this. In fact, I guess you daze them, right? The daze is fine. That's always objectively correct. So, yeah, this is a weird run. I needed to recognize the keeper had to go down because our offensive line in Relentless is just that terrible. That's a really weird run. Sure, Shard of Divinity, why not? That's nice. That was a weird patient. That was... Is this build bad into 200 shards? I mean, obviously, there's a big problem with this run, other than my piloting of it, which is stupid. The main problem with this run is I have competing lines. You want to play these tombs, but they don't do anything for my keeper Echo Right. So these guys never get strong. Also, terrible upgrades. I have chased removal dupes constantly, which means I didn't find anything good for my Carver. So, really strange. Yeah, very strange. Echo Right comes down. Keeper Buddy comes down. I just kind of... I need to play a bunch of stuff. So what you actually do is you play the explosive and then you immediately shoot it. Yeah, and then you daze. Cool. Good, good, good. Now I can play the Bounding Echoes with the setup. We daze this man. I play one y'all. And then play the other one out. And I will... Resin removal this turn? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. So now it's Purple Friend, shoot Purple Friend. Daze, Purple Friend, Purple Friend. I need to make sure I'm putting these numbers into other floors, right? Yeah. So, like, one goes here, one goes here. I daze the Divinity. I put one upstairs. I think this matters a lot. It dies, great news. And what? I get scared. I start charging top floor, actually. I think this is correct. Yeah. Yeah. We need to address the harvest wave. It is important. Purple man lands. That's good. I play Intent on Death. He dies exactly to 16, which matters. So we do mid-floor here, and I drop the tank, so I get an extra 100 there. Yes. Good. Purple Friend. Ooh, I can actually do some good stuff here. You play one, you then shoot it. Right? And then I play the other. We kill it. I start working on mid-floor here. And I think I do need to daze the boss. I do think that matters. Yes, I'm a lot of concerned about top floor. I'm gonna be real with you. You play one of these. I think I have to drop middle enemy here. Yeah, I do. Cool. I need to then double mid floor. Cool. Yes, good. That chunks through a bunch of them, which is great. I play Purple Friend. I shoot Purple Friend. I play the Broken Memories first. On the Bounding Echoes, we play our friend. Cleans up the floor. Work on this middle thing. Just, I think I need to drop this tank again. I'm dealing with a debt. Yeah, I'm dealing with a debt. I drop the mini boss. Look, I know. I don't love it either, but yikes, right? I don't think we win. Wow, right? Like I super lose this, in fact. What the heck? Is Echo... I mean, I don't know. This is such a weird run. Why is this so bad? This line crushes. I have such a good line here. Now, obviously, there's a conflict, but, like... what the heck? I mean, obviously, our offensive presence is terrible, but... like, we're super dead. I need to retry this. This run is surprisingly bad, and I'm very surprised. Like, I said surprised twice there. I'm really shocked at how bad this run is. Full stop. Yeah, I mean, that's just a true statement, right? I am extremely shocked at how bad this run is. Do you... think I have to play these two together, right? What is the play? I have to daze the Divinity constantly. I think that is important. What's the play? It's not the Bounding Echoes in this turn for sure. I only have one of the explosives, so that's fine. Do you drop either of your units? I don't think so. We do Echo Right, Keeper, and then I shoot my own dude, which lets me get the trap shoot moving, which matters. I Bounding Echoes here. This is a good turn for it. I daze. I play both purples middle, and with the resin removal, we kill all three of those. This is tough though, because we're not scaling at all, right? We just keep dazing the boss, and I play everything on other floors until it's all dead. I guess. Like, mid-floor is now clear, so okay. I'm not infusing is the main problem, of course, but how bad is that? Quite bad, for sure. We play one upstairs, right? Because I can shoot it. I daze boss, that's important. And then I play another thing mid. Yeah. Is this terrible? Obviously this is weak because my offensive line is bad. But at the same time... huh. Like, obviously this is terrible because my offensive scaling does not exist, but I should be doing better, I think. Right? Like, I should be stronger. Yeah, you just send it on the mid floor. We put 1 upstairs, 3 middle, and it helps a ton. Like, this feels strong, but it's not versatile at all. Right? Like, there's just no complexity to this. There's no nuance. I have no tricks. I just only draw my cards, right? The cards. You only draw the answer. Nothing else. It's so bizarre. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry if I'm a little quiet on this run. Obviously, there's a few things that are problematic. One, I have screwed up impressively on this run. Oh, by the way, do I have to... What the heck? Do I have to just drop the mini-boss here and not think about him? Yes. And then we work on 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I could stop the curses. Or I can stop and do a bunch of damage upstairs. I think I have to blow up mid-floor, right? I think it's just important to do this. It's obviously, this line is very incongruous. I've obviously screwed up somewhere. I mean, we still freaking lose. I think this run just sucks. Because my offensive line is bad and doesn't jive with the entombed explosives, I think this is just straight up a loss. How do you solve this? Like, I'm not even drawing enough, but I need these. I've relied so heavily on the entombed explosives. They're how I clear waves. I can't not play them. Right? Yeah, you can't not play them. This is also why I struggled on Patient. My offensive line is bad. This is a very strange run for me to lose, because this should be really Unga on 100 shards, right? How much damage are we doing? 150-ish? 9 turns? Yeah, I mean, that tracks. Those numbers make sense. Certainly. Yeah, I think we just straight up lose this. I can't envision how I pull this out, right? Obviously, there's some things I could do if I drew more cards, but I can't not play the Entombed Explosives, right? This is just an L. I feel like I can't lose this run on 100 shards. It's too strong. Right? Yeah, like there's no way you lose this on 100 shards. In fact, we actually super win because remember, Divinity has a lot lower life too. This is weird. This Entombed Explosive line normally carries me really hard, but the combination of just more life on enemies and more attack stat means that our shitty offensive line, pardon my language, doesn't get enough rounds, and we didn't do enough chip damage. So really, this line just it's not as good. It doesn't perform as well here, right? Obviously, I could have taken more draw power, right? But I think I needed this space up here. I've used it so much, right? There's just no other choice. This is unreal. Yeah, it's like genuinely unreal. I'm gonna accept the loss. I can't think of any draw order that wins this for me. I grossly overestimated this run in its capability to beat bosses. at 200 shards. This is maybe I have a lot to talk about here. I'm going to accept the loss for a few reasons. I think I've replayed enough combats on this dang run. We've struggled through this enough. It's also 5:30 a.m. My focus has dwindled to a point of non-existence, and I'm already disappointed in myself for how I've played this run. I have had to reset so many times. So I just want it to be over. But also, it's very interesting to me, right? Yeah, we're just going to take the L. Okay. All right, Trainwreck, you got me. Yeah. Crunched. Yeah, no way. Bonk. Okay. Trainwreck. Yeah, there's a few things I need to say, right? I've already kind of talked through, but let's go to the run summary. That's the loss. Wow. So, like I said, this run cruises and crunches at 100 pack shards for a lot of reasons. The health scaling for starters, and the offensive scaling is lower, which means I get way more rounds in Relentless there, like an extra 4 or something. So the combination of those two things definitely gets the kill. And that's important. What else is there in this run that could have been better? What else is there? I'm super shocked that this is something that's actually crazy to me, because a lot of my wins at 100 shards are bad offense, and you just clear waves really well, and then you get a bunch of turns in Relentless and you do fine. But the bonus stats of the Divinity in 200 shards, I almost called it hard mode. And the truth is, it feels like it is a hard mode, right? The bonus stats at 200 shards simply put the weak offensive line plus really strong wave clear setup in a very difficult place. Like, we were doing only 150 damage a round, which that floor is enough to win at 100 shards, but it's not enough to win at 200 shards. How interesting. So I needed to identify this, and much earlier on, I needed to not take and rely so heavily on these entombed explosives. And I needed to make sure that I was focusing on getting upgrades for the keeper. So I did something better than, Echo Stone and a Heartstone here. And then also, I needed to. What am I thinking? I needed to just simply draft cards, and so I was playing more etches, more purples, right? Because that helps with the scaling. So basically, I needed to convert my immense wave clear into slightly good wave clear and much better relentless, which is very interesting. I did not, in any universe, expect this run to lose. Yeah. Wow. This has been probably the most informative run I've played on this series so far, and I'm not even upset about losing it. Obviously, I'm upset about losing it, right? My poor run summary, it has a loss on it now. I haven't lost in months, right? All right, look, I'm going to go to my runs. We're going to go to my run history. I'm going to look at this. When was the last time I lost a run? Wow. Here. What the heck was this run? Oh, this was a modded run. Wow. It's been so I haven't lost since I played a modded run like 2.5 months ago. Yeah, unbelievable. So, well, we take this loss, I guess. That's crazy. Yeah, 200 shards, man. Really, this is tough. This is tough, and that shakes up the way I view runs quite a bit, because these low offense lines are an important tool in your arsenal for 100 Pact Shard runs, right? They're important because sometimes you just miss multi-strike, but you have insane survivability and you have really good wave clear, right? A good example would be like Holdover Siren Song with Drop Cage, right? So you just drop Cage, Siren Song, everything into your Pyre Room. They all die to the Pyre, and you simply have 30 plus turns in Relentless and you do 100 damage, and that's, 3,000 damage right there. So if you've done at least 1,000, you get the victory. But I guess it's at least 2,000, but regardless. And so, sure, like you get the win, even though your offense is non existent basically. Whereas here, that same run, super loses, right? You need 50 plus turns to pull. You need a crazy number of turns. Something like Trap Shoot on Holdover is not enough on its own. And like we could have gotten there with the Mortal Entrapment, right? But the problem was I was relying so heavily on the Entombed Explosives that I wasn't drawing through my deck fast enough. And there's really not much I could have done here. At least once I had gotten to the end, right? Once I had configured my deck like this, I was too reliant on all of the Entombed Explosives to clear waves. And this was my downfall, right? This was my downfall. I think I absolutely had to lean away from Entombed Explosive and into something else. Yeah, just lean into something else so that I could have my keeper actually clearing waves, right? So I'm insanely tired, and we're back on a 0 win streak, and I misplayed so many times early on in this run that this is just the worst episode of Monster Train I think I've recorded in months. I'm absolutely in shambles, but fair enough. So, yeah, I think we're going to leave it there. I'm going to have to upload this. This run has been an hour and a half. So I'm tired and we're going to leave. So, yeah, hey, thanks a lot for struggling through this with me. I really appreciate your time. Hopefully, it's been informative. I think I learned something important here, which is that this kind of a line does not work at 200 shards, but it works at 100 shards, which is crazy. Anyway, I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.